Hello everyone, this is Daniel. In the last session, we have installed Java and JMeter together. Today, let's talk about JMeter GUI and introduce you some most common issues. Okay, let's get started. Before that, let's understand how JMeter works. As you know, JMeter is a tool for sending requests and generating load to the target system. That's totally true from tools level. But I want to give you a little bit insight about how JMeter works. Actually, we create JMeter script with different protocols like HTTP, REST, FTP, JDBC, Mail, TCP, and so on. Let's go to JMeter official site. As you can see, all the protocols that JMeter supports, it almost covers everything we need, like web, like SOAP, FTP, database, LDAP, and so on and so forth. When we run the script, the request from different users that we defined in the script will be sending out to the backend servers through the internet. And each request will get each response. And we can read the request data and the response data from JMeter. And I'll explain a little bit more in the following sessions regarding the backend servers. Basically, we have three levels. A web server is to accept and fulfill requests from clients for static content from a website like HTML pages, files, images, videos, and so on. An application server is to provide its clients with access to what is commonly called business logic, which generates dynamic content. And the last one is database for sure. So we need to collect both backend metrics and front-end metrics. Then we can analyze the performance problems in terms of all these statistics. Basically, JMeter generates front-end metrics by JMeter itself, but we still need some other tools to collect back-end metrics like CPU memory, DB time, circle statements, and so on. Okay, that's the overall picture of how JMeter works. Well, generally, we can divide JMeter into 6 sections: menu bar, our toolbar, status bar, our component panel, our log panel, and our test plan level tree. And actually, the menu bar is rarely used because most of the functions you can find in toolbar. So let's start off with the toolbar. Okay, this is our toolbar. The first button, click it, we create a new script. Then you need to add element one by one. And the second one is template. So you can choose the template which you want. Just click it. Then we get a template script file. And this one is open script. This one is save script. And this one is cut off. We click, we cut off this element. Then this one is copy and paste. We just copy it. Then we paste it. We get duplicate thread group. And this one is expand. Okay, let's import a script to show you how it works. Let's click expand. Okay, all the elements are expanded. Then we click collapse all. Okay, it's collapsed. This one toggle. Click it, we disable it. Click it again, we enable it. Okay, this one is start our testing. We just choose any listeners here. We click start. Okay, it's starting. You can view in the view result tree. It's running. Then we click stop. The script will be stopped immediately. And this one is start no pause. As you can see, I added timer here. We give it like 3 seconds. So when we run the script, the timer will enable the script to pause around 3 seconds. But when we click this button, start no pause, that means the script will ignore this element. So there's no pause. Let me run it again. Okay, as you can see, the script starts immediately. But if we run this one, okay, we have around 3 seconds pause. If we click this one, shut down. that means the script will be closed smoothly. So it will not be stopped immediately. And this one is cleared logs of the listeners you selected. Like you can see we have a different logs here. But when we click this one, I click clear. The data from the listener has been cleared, but we still have the data in this element. Okay, but if we click this one, including the logs on the log panel will be cleared. Okay, everything is gone. No logs there. Okay. Okay, this one is search. We can search some keyword like scenario. Sorry, we don't have this keyword. Okay, we just expand all. Then we can search some keyword like menu. We get element highlighted with the keyword. This one is reset search. So when we click it, the highlight will be cleared. And this one is functional helper dialog. Just click it. We have built-in functions here. You just select anyone and click generate. Then we get the function syntax. Then you can use it in the element. And we have a separate session to discuss this topic. Okay, and this one is help. So when we click any element, we just click help. And you can see the help document will be opened. So that's the introduction about if controller. Okay, that's the toolbar. Then the status bar. When you open this button, we can open the log panel. Like when we run the script, all the logs will be shown here. And then we click again, the log panel will be hidden. Okay, and this one shows the running threads and the total number of threads. And this one is our plugins manager. Yeah, also we have a separate session to discuss the plugins manager. Okay, that's the status bar. Okay, this is the menu bar. Almost the most commonly used features you can find from the toolbar. So the file menu, nothing special, just the open script, the save script, and edit, nothing special. Search, we can find the search from here. And the run, we can run the script. There's some advanced usage about the JMeter, about how to run the script remotely. In the future, I'm going to create an advanced level session to discuss this topic. Also in the options menu, okay, the look and the feel, we can change our interface, like the dark theme and the system. Let's try it. Just click it. Then we need to restart our JMeter. Okay, you can see the interface has been changed. And also we can change back to the metal. Okay. And the log viewer, yeah, that's the same thing. When you click it from here, and the log level, yeah, usually we use the default log level in 4. And then if you want to debug your script, you can change to debug or trace. Then you will get detailed log information from the log panel. And the SSL manager, when we record in HTTPS script, sometimes we need to configure the SSL in the SSL manager. And choose language, you can switch your language from this menu. And collapse all, zoom in. Yeah, zoom in, just you can zoom in your panel or zoom out your panel. Okay, let's open one script. Okay, you can see I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, that's enough. And also we have save automatically before run. Yeah, you can check this button, then the script will be saved automatically. Also we have plugins manager from the options menu. And from tools menu, we can create a heap dump and a thread dump that's relevant to our backend server resource status analysis. When you get some resource problems, maybe you can create a heap dump, then you can analyze your JVM stack. Also, we can create a thread dump to analyze the thread problem. Also, this one is functional helper dialog, which I already introduced. And generate HTML report, we can import a CSV file to generate HTML report, but usually we don't use it like this way. We can use command line to generate HTML report automatically, and we have a separate session to show you how it works. And also some other tools we rarely use in our project. If you're interested, you can try it. And help, okay, this is help document. And enable debug, you can open the log panel. When you click it, click the enable debug. Okay, you can see the log level set to debug level. And when you click disable debug, okay, the log level will be changed back to info level. That's the menu bar. Also, we have the component config panel. When you select different element, it will show you different panel here. And also we have a test plan level tree. All the elements you added in the test plan will show here. And in the next session, we'll create our first script together and show you how it works exactly for each element. Okay, we have lots of components and features from JMeter panels. So as a beginner, we don't need to learn all of them. You just pay attention to these elements that really frequently used in our project, like expand, collapse all, global search, reset search, functional helper, debug sampler, and the log viewer panel. There are some easily confused elements like stop and shutdown. Stop will stop immediately. Sorry, it's not element, it's a feature, or we call it a button. Stop and shut down. Stop will stop immediately. Shutdown will stop gradually. And the clear will clear data in selected listeners. But the clear all will clear everything under the listener or under the log panel. Okay. And also there's a little bit difference between test plan level and the thread group level. In the test plan level, we can create long test elements like recorder, but we cannot create long test elements under thread group level. But in the thread group level, we can create logic controller, but we cannot create a logic controller under the test plan level. I show you. You can see under test plan level, we can create long test elements, but we don't have the logical controller, right? But under the thread group level, we can create a logical controller, this one, but we don't have the long test element. Okay, just be careful, the difference. Okay, next I'm going to show you some common issues of JMeter. The first one is JMeter console freeze. Sometimes while you are running the script, you find the console freezed. You can do nothing. So I just give you some tips how to debug this kind of issue. The first, you can check your CPU usage. You just open your activity monitor, then you can check your CPU usage. We have a system, user, and idle. System plus user is the total CPU usage for our computer. So for now, my CPU usage is around 89, yeah, a little bit high. Then if we find the CPU usage is a little bit high, so we need replace a more powerful computer, or we can run our script under command mode, and or using distributed architecture to trigger our testing from the different location. And we have separate topics to discuss these topics. Okay, and also I can give you a suggestion. Use GUI console or script development and debugging only. And use the GUI console for small loads, less than 50 simultaneous users if your testing is over 50. So I fully suggest you not use GUI mode. The second common issue is paste doesn't work. Yeah, sometimes I can show you like this one. The listeners, we can copy it. Then we can paste it, so we get a new listener. But sometimes when we want to copy the text, then paste the text, it doesn't work. So what we can do is we can change the look and feel. Our default look and feel is metal. So we often got the paste issue under the metal thing. So we need to change to others. like this one. Just restart JMeter. Okay, then we keep the script. Then we try to copy this one and paste here. It works. Let's change back to metal. Okay, next common issue is replace or. Doesn't work. Let me show you. Okay, if we click search, we can search scenario, search all. Then we get search result. We have a scenario 1 and scenario 2. If we want to replace scenario 2 to other, like scenario A, click replace, you can see it doesn't work. It keeps the same. But if we do it like this, you can see we have a host name 1, host name 1, host name 1, and host name. If we search it, host name, we search it first, then we get host name. So we try to replace it, replace all. Okay, we get Daniel, 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 but this one is still host name. Okay, that means, in summary, replacement is limited to certain elements, like a header manager, HTTP request, APJ sampler, or someone else, but it's not for all the elements, like a dummy sampler and the name of the JMeter elements. It doesn't work. Last slide, I want to show you some suggestions and rules on using JMeter. The first one is always use the latest JMeter versions, because the latest version will fix some major issues. And second one is use the long GUI mode to run the large-scale test. That's what I mentioned. Number 3, add the cookie manager. Yeah, almost every application support cookie, so we can add a cookie manager to avoid some token issues. Number 4, filter out irrelevant requests when using recorder. Yeah, we have a separate session to discuss the recorder. We just filter out some irrelevant requests, like a picture, like a CSS file, like profile. Actually, they are not generating load to the backend server, so we don't need them. Okay, number 5, include the user variable. So we can define some variables in the JMeter, and then we can use the variable in each element. That will be efficient. Number 6, avoid scripting whenever possible. Yeah, JMeter supports scripting like a bin shell, preprocessor. We don't suggest you to use them unless you really need them, because most of the JMeter built-in test elements and functions can fulfill our requirements. Coding or scripting, whatever, in JMeter will increase our script complexity. That will not be helpful for our performance testing. Okay, next video, let's start our first script. See you in next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.